Vid 101. There was only one seat left in the class, and it was next to him. So that's where I sat.
Yeah. And he was like, "You want to do a project, Mr. Kano?" Kano. That's for you. Yeah, and they were like, "You want to do a project?" I looked at him. I did this move, and he was like, And we started doing it, man.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
No.
Not.
But like Vid 101, Vid 102, and then now.
And now.
Vid 121.
And Color Theory.
Oh, that's right. We had to do a newscast, and we picked traffic, to do some newscast on. And remember, I filmed the entire thing. I directed the entire thing, and then Peppers, I threw him on screen because we needed one more person, like one more interview to do.
A redneck. They needed a redneck.
We needed a redneck, and
hello.
They casted himself, and he did awesome. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Hands down.
Nice.
And I believe for a full 5 minutes, he just kept rubbing his stomach as he was talking for no reason. Yeah. And then,
It saved the film.
It was hysterical. But you know what? Like, it was supposed to be like a 5-minute film. Mm-hmm. We have about 20 minutes of footage just because I did not stop rolling the camera on that part because I laughed too much. I couldn't stop filming that.
Pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
I'm not a very serious dude. Shocker. I know. But like he's more of getting stuff done, and then I'm just more of f***ing around. Not literally, but but that's probably why I think that he is more talented than I am with the video camera, and like he makes stuff look good. I'm more of like, oh, it's funny. I can do funny very well, but I'm not good with visual. Again, Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, Kevin Smith. That's all I got. You are
what
correct,
he
sir.
said. No, I mean, we have the same sense of humor.
Right.
It's really easy to work with someone who has the same like mental picture in their head when they're starting. Like he's much better at writing than I'll ever be, and I like to. I mean, I am a little better at the shooting part of it, the directing part of it. But it's good to work with someone that like as they're writing stuff down, they have the visual in their head, and as I'm reading it, I have every shot ready in my head just as I read it, as I go down. And it's really cool to see that it just matches up. Like as soon as I show him, because on Red Room, he sent me the script, and I literally, as I was reading it, I wrote down shot by shot what it would be on a separate sheet, and I gave him that, and it was exactly what he pictured, like shot for shot. It was, I mean, it just works well together. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, we have the same sense of humor, and we both, I mean, when we read something, we both basically visualize it the same way. It's just one of us can write it better, and one of us can actually show it better. Yeah.
I can do the easy work in my basement.
No, writing is hard as hell. I can't do writing.
Yeah.
Making something look good though is I mean, it's hard, but it's not
hard.
It's not as hard.
It's
hard for some people. It's not hard for others.
Yin yang.
That's how we roll. I recently wrapped up a project with Mr. Scorsese.
Yeah.
Got a little De Niro action going on there. It wasn't.
Yeah, dude. Any video class we ever take, so pretty much.
Yeah.
But not in the future, definitely.
Definitely. I mean, I don't want to be like, because he knows I want to be like a major director, but I know he doesn't. He wants to be like the comedy director, but like more writing based on it. And I wouldn't mind making like a really funny movie in a really good way. Like having the great shots, but having all the same comedy to it.
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express was an action
because
movie.
that's a comedy, but they made it seem like Heat, or they had that look to it. So like something like that. Clerks. You ain't gotta finish this question. Clerks.
Why?
Because it's just like Slacker, which Miss Chairs, you told me to watch it. I understand. Dude, Clerks, because I feel like I've said this 1,000 times. Clerks, when you watch it, and the backstory to it mainly is like when you look into it, is that they just were the dude like dropped out of film school like 4 months after he attended, and they just got a bunch of money together, got a bunch of friends, and shot a movie. And when you look, and that comedy style is what I like too. So I guess that's what really spoke to me deep down here. Comedies.
Comedies.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm capable of doing like Transformers, even though that movie, but I just don't think I'm capable of that. Action and all those explosions.
You don't think you're capable, or you just don't really feel like you want to even do that?
Okay. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy guy. And it seems like a lot of work. No. Yes, actually, that's all true. But I don't think that's where, because I wanted to be a writer first and foremost, and I just don't think, if something comes to me and I write it down and it turns out to be an action movie or a drama or something, I'll do it. But other than that, jokes is really what I'm good at. So, and that's what happens in my day-to-day life. Jokes. Because you know what? Life is funny. You remember me saying that? Boom. Taking it back. No, I did say life was not interesting because when we make movies, we put people in extraordinary circumstances that we would never be put in, you know? Probably not. I'm sure there's some rare cases, but if you look at action movies, Die Hard, or Heat or something like that, there's people, not to that extent, though. And when we watch movies, we want to see that good triumphs over evil every time. That's what we want to see. But in life, it's not usually the case. So you watch movies to be entertained, and life is not always entertaining. But you usually take little stuff here and there when you're writing or something like that from life. And the best writers in the world take little stuff from life and blow it up to extreme proportions. And that's what makes it entertaining. I've always liked comedy and stuff because I've always watched comedy, even growing up, old Saturday Night Live stuff. And in 2007, I feel like I've told this story. In 2007, I was doing things that was not good, and I got in a DUI, which I'd flipped my truck. And I'm not supposed to be here, really. I'm probably supposed to be here because I'm here, but when those things like that happen, you get to enjoy, you get to see a different side. I'm not supposed to. So every day that you have, or that I have, not you, because it didn't happen to you, it happened to me. But I just get to enjoy life and just be, because I feel like I'm on borrowed time. So if I can make people laugh, and plus I'm fat. Okay, when you're fat, laughter is what you cover up with. It's always been that way. So I just feel like if I can make people laugh, that I've done something worthwhile and worth being here for. That's pretty much it. So don't drink and drive, kids. It's bad.
A few different places. When I was first born, I was growing up in Long Island, New York. And then we moved to Marietta, Georgia, for a long time. And about 7 years ago, we moved to Florida, right by Miami. And then I just moved back. So I've grown up mainly in Georgia and Florida. In New York, I left when I was pretty young.